Okay. And he doesn't want his face on camera, so I'm going to point at you guys. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to get started. I'm going to call you Mr. W. Mr. W, can you tell us what's going on at your house?
When we moved in, I guess it was about 3 months after we moved in, 2.5 months, started just hearing some faint, antagonistic kind of talking voices. It didn't make sense.
What kind of voices? I'm sorry.
Just antagonistic.
Oh, okay.
And talking kind of as if they could almost see what we're doing or and kind of mocking.
Are these like male voices?
Male, female.
Male and female. Okay.
And it was just very persistent, and we just didn't understand what was going on. So started to ask around to some of the neighbors, and that's when they informed me there was a murder-suicide in the house.
There was a murder-suicide in this house. Yeah, murder-suicide, yeah.
And then,
Right.
and then also, when I was sitting in the back one night, about after 9 months after we moved in, 9 months to a year, where I was sitting there with the dogs, and the dogs noticed something in the far right corner over here, and they both their ears stood up, they looked over, and I looked over, and I seen this tall apparition wearing it seemed like it had a hood and a long cloak, as it was dragging like a gown behind it, or a cape or something, and it just kind of floated across the back, but it was large, maybe I would say 6'5", 6'7", it was very big, and it floated across the back, and you can clearly see it, but see through it at the same time. It was very visible.
Where was this at again?
It just went from, as you can see the goosebumps.
Oh, in this living room.
You can see the goosebumps in my arms right now. And it went from that side of the property all the way to the end of and the dogs followed it the whole time with me, with my eyes, and I went all the way across, and then my mother was living here at the time, and I wanted to tell her what I seen, but we missed each other. We missed each other in the passing, and 2 days later, when I finally caught up to my mom, she said, "Hey, by the way, I seen what you're hearing." Before I could say anything to her, and I said, "What do you see?" And she said it was a tall, hooded individual dragging a gown, and she said, "I watched him go from this side of the kitchen, and he went right here through the wall," she said. She described exactly what I seen, and I never even explained, before I could even explain to her what I seen. So we both seen the same thing within a 3-day period. And, yeah. So.
Yes, with that apparition and the voices that you hear in the home, and also too, possibly you thought your house was cursed, if I remember right?
I know the lady over here practices kind of the black magic.
Okay.
Which house is that?
That's right here next to her. Yeah. So I don't know if that has anything to do with what's going on, but they're very malevolent.
It could.
Very demeaning, very taunting. Can hear them when everything's off at night and it's real quiet and I lay in the bed. You can hear them, especially when I wake up in the mornings. They're very present. Now, if I sage, because I went on to YouTube and I found a guy named Robert Clancy. He talks about a Jezebel spirit. Because I'm like trying to figure this all out. But when I listened to Robert Clancy describe the Jezebel spirit, he described it absolutely perfect. I mean, 100% spot on.
Oh, yeah.
What I was dealing with.
2 times.
Not only that, he said the Jezebel spirit causes divorces. The people that lived here before us got a divorce. It also causes murder-suicides, he said. And within the same breath. And I was like, holy moly. And the way that he described its interaction with people was exactly what I was experiencing. And then
And Ryan over here is familiar with the Jezebel
Yeah.
spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had two situations that her name's come up.
Okay.
Its name.
And,
And has anyone been scratched, attacked, any type of physical touching from these entities?
no, it has
No?
not. It has
Okay.
not.
Nothing's moved around, no objects. And you're very close to Dyer Lane, which is very haunted.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, oh yeah, Dyer Lane's very, very haunted. So that could possibly be the cause of what's going on here, or the murder-suicide, a combination, yeah.
And when I saged, I had a priest come out here and bless the house, and it completely went away for about 10 days. And when I woke up, I could hear nothing. It was so peaceful, quiet. When I went to sleep, when everything was off,
Very long.
I heard nothing. But after 10 days, it came back, and it came back even stronger. And then
Yeah.
I found a guy on YouTube that said sage, and make sure you use a lot of smoke and sage it and lock it up in the house. And when I do that, it goes away for 10 to 14 days or so. And then my Greek priest gave me a scripture to read, which has really helped. Even though it's short, it's super, super powerful. And it's present. It's spoken to me. When I also went to see a Buddhist monk about this, and about the situation here with the neighborhood as well. He gave me some holy water. He had to do a whole ritual to give me this holy water. And I came in here in this bedroom. I'll never forget it. I came into that bedroom, I had goosebumps on my arms. You can see, you can't fake that. And when I opened up that holy water, that thing said, whoa, that's powerful.
And this is in your ear, you're hearing this?
Yeah.
Or in your head? Or?
Yeah. But if I put on at first, before I could figure out what it was, I used to shoot guns. I lived down on the river road.
Yeah.
So I put on earmuffs and I couldn't hear shit. It would block it out. You
What
know
did
what I
that
mean?
just say? Like him? I heard a woman say something like him. I like him? Yeah. That voice.
I actually sleep with headphones and a blackout mask at night because I don't want to be bugged at night.
Really?
Before we get this investigation started, Mr. W was talking about that we should also to explore the backyard. And if you see his backyard, it's as big as William Lamb Park. It's huge.
I do have a question. You said in the beginning you saw something walking across the
About 9
backyard.
months after I moved.
Was it across that fence line there?
It was,
By the wood piles area?
just,
Is
yeah.
that the dog
exactly.
snoring
That's
I'm hearing?
the first place I
Probably, I think so.
It
I
almost
was
sounds like a
straight there. I knew something was pulling me over there.
Really?
Yeah. Very strong.
Yeah.
I'm getting I think there's a lot of human spirits here that are not bad, and the main negative one is hiding. I just feel like he's not.
That's what I feel like. I
It's
felt like
not
it was
here
hiding
right
back
now.
there.
I think, yep, he comes and goes.
I felt like
That's
it was back
awesome.
there hiding. Something
Yeah.
was back there. So.
He's not always here.
I was
He's not.
curious, so what's your...
That's interesting you guys say that. It's like, wow.
I don't know anything about this, so that's why I've got chills now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because initially when I walked in, it's like, this doesn't feel demonic.
No,
And
I
now
didn't
that
feel it either until I went up there.
there's something there. Yeah, there's something there.
He just, that's just, yeah, I don't know.
Are you, sorry. Go ahead.
I think he just goes wherever he can find negative energy or whatever it is, or I have no idea.
Or it could be
Yeah.
back and forth.
Right.
So I think we'll go ahead and get the investigation started. And since you have such a huge place, it's like a castle. William Lamb Park's back there. Let's explore the whole place, the house, the backyard, just spread out. For the new people, take a lot of pictures. Okay, and I'll be out. Yeah. And some of the experienced people will be out there to help you. So, okay. And
What is your religious background, if you don't mind me asking?
I was born baptized Greek Orthodox. My mom's from Island of Crete.
Are you Greek?
Yeah, my mom's Cretan.
Okay.
She's full-blooded Cretan with red hair. My father was African, Irish, American Indian. He was 26-year wartime veteran for the Air Force.
Oh, wow.
And he was out of Statesboro, Georgia. My grandfather was the longest Black Baptist chapter president in history of the South, which was Reverend Kent, and he was out of Savannah, Georgia. He lived out of Statesboro, Georgia, but based out of Savannah, Georgia. So he was a Black Baptist president for 60 years. So, yeah, there's a lot of history there. And, believe it or not, my uncle on my mom's side actually was the Dukakis that ran for president.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never met him. But he sent an invitation to our
I
house.
remember
Yeah,
Dukakis.
this is interesting.
You have a very interesting background.
Interesting. My uncle
Yeah,
went
very.
to prep school out in Indianapolis. He was Sam Jones. I lived there 3 years. 2 cousins went to Harvard, one to Duke, and he was the president of Urban League there for about 26 years, something like that. And they named the airport after him out there in Sam Jones Airport. So
Wow.
they're super family, super nice. You know, everybody's good, but you know.
Mr. W, I gotta ask you, do the dogs react to anything? Do they see?
They did. Oh yeah. Now,
Yeah.
they haven't done it lately, but when we first came in.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was Buddhist. Not just
Okay, I was going to ask you about why you brought a Buddhist monk.
Yeah, my mom was Buddhist.
Okay.
When we were kids, she started going to the Buddhist temple. I was the first person to play baseball. It was a non-Asian down there at the Buddhist place, Buddhist temple on Broadway.
Yeah.
Down there, and then also, you know, I pray with the Muslims. They saved my life. Okay,
Muslims?
Yes, I was dying of toxic mold. Okay, my church turned their back on me. Everybody left me.
Yeah.
And I was basically, I was dying. You know, I was desperate. And you know, and I had met this guy. I studied religion for 5 years. And I met this guy prior to being sick. And I asked him about his stove, and he gave me exchange numbers with me because I was interested in learning anything I could. So I called him in time of desperation. He came out, brought me food, consoled me for 2-3 hours, told me everything was going to be all right, and then he took me to the mosque. They fed me. They went to the hospital with me. They gave me medicine. They gave me food every day. They rubbed me down in olive oil and almond oil. Never judged me, and it took me 4 years to recover from toxic mold, and they stood by my side the whole time. That's all I could do. There's nothing I could never repay them for their kindness. And they didn't know me I'm just some guy off the street. So
Have you had
it was amazing.
Imam come out?
Imam hasn't come out. Some of the guys, they just came over a couple.
You had a priest and you had a Buddhist monk come out.
But I haven't had the Imam come out.
So I was just kind of wondering what those.
I did have my teacher come out here though and bless. I also had my one of my teachers.
She walked by.
Oh, turn it off. That one I don't like.
But I had my
Turn it off.
one of the Muslim holy men come out, and I also had my concrete teacher come out here. So you'll see some of.
Okay, I was wondering what the teacher.
Oh yeah, the little you'll see the mirrors outside the window. Those are Chinese. You probably know, I'm sure. The Chinese put the mirrors out.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You'll see them
It's
around.
out in the front.
Yeah, the front and back and everything. So he came out and said those.
And that's his.
It helped big time. They went away for about 3 weeks after he put those
Every
mirrors
culture
up.
is weird about the mirrors. Some of them cover him up, others think they're portals.
And then it says, do you think your little mirrors are going to deter us one day? And it freaked me out. They came over here and opened up this window. And if that thing said, do you think those mirrors are going to deter us? And I went, shit. I mean, every time I say it, you can look at the hair on my arm stand up. It's freaky. It's just weird.
When did it start? Did it start?
No, it started, you know what happened was, I drew it to me one night, and I'm sitting here watching the TV, and there was a little girl, something happened, somebody took her and killed her, and raped her.
I was just gonna say I saw a little girl,
And I started,
and then he came and I came in here.
it was here, and I started venting out loud. I had a couple beers, and I said, how could somebody do that? What, kind of low life, somebody would do something like that.
Mr. W, she was picking up on a little girl.
Yeah, because there's a little girl back there. I kept sensing with very long hair, like brown and black hair, and then I came out here and you were talking about a little girl.
Wow.
So I sensed a little girl in that room.
And then,
Very long hair.
Wow.
Now, is there like some of the somebody else who told you about the little girl, or did you?
No, it was the news. It was the news. I was watching the news.
Okay.
I'm just being, I gotta tell you guys everything.
Yeah,
Truth,
tell
okay?
us.
Because I was watching the news that night, as weird as this might sound, okay? I'd already been here for about 3 months. It was 9 months when I seen the thing, but after about 3 months of watching the news, and I vented something out, and I was so upset about it, you know. After I had been upset and verbally, you know, ranted out in anger, that thing, I could hear it instantly. It goes, I never knew he was here. Who is that? Where did he come from? And that's when it started. Exactly when it started.
He was maybe having a conversation with somebody about you, right?
No, I don't know. All I know is
Robert,
after I had
did you
said,
meet Wish?
I was here alone.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
No, I didn't watch it
No,
anymore.
I don't.
But after I said that about the little girl being raped and murdered, who could do that to a 6-year-old? And I'm sitting there cursing because I had been drinking. And then when I shut it off, that thing goes, who is, I never knew he was here. Who is that guy? And then that's when it started. And it went, it never stopped. It's like
And it wasn't time with you moving into this house. It wasn't like when you moved into this house.
no, it was about 3 months after.
Oh, that's pretty slow.
So the dogs, when I moved in, the dogs were instantly picking them up. They would sit here and they would watch something go across the room like this. Both of their heads would watch something and then they'd start growling.
Does
They
it
would
change
hold their
color all
teeth.
the time?
I keep hearing the name Johnny, John, I don't know if that means
And
something.
they would start barking just at nothing. Like, what are you guys barking at?
If you guys
Then
want,
they'd
you
watch
can
it
get
go
started.
across
Yeah,
here, both
okay.
their heads would turn.
Oh, he's new too.
And they would get up and show
So-
all their fangs.
Oh, wow.
And
This is Big Al. Yeah. Okay.
They did this
This is
for,
Robert. You too.
gosh, probably about the first 4 months.
Did you hear
Does the name John or Johnny mean
Did you
something
get your
to
group
you?
chat?
Could've
Oh
been the
yeah,
guy.
I gotta do that.
I live here, I'm
Yes,
kinda
thank you.
wondering.
You should take a bite out.
Getting that